Hi, Miss. Good morning.
Hi, Astrid, good morning. How are you today?
I'm good. What about
Good,
you?
good as well.
It's nice.
Yes. Do you have a class every day at 8 in the morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. And how was the class? Good.
Was good. Yes, we had class with Michelle,
Okay,
pragmatics.
okay.
And yeah, it's really nice. I enjoyed that class so much.
Yeah, yeah. It is a really good class. Right. Okay. So let's just wait for a couple of your classmates to come, and then what we're gonna do is pretty much start with anything that you guys have about the presentations that you did from uh, about these topics,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we have 4 people. Let's just wait for one more and then we start.
Teacher,
Yes.
I got a question concerning with the homework.
Yeah.
Well, the deadline for the presentation is September 13, according to the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what I did not understand was the following. In the same screen, a person mentioned that we have to upload the presentation by Thursday or later Friday. So I that I did not understand that point because at the top of the screen appears that the deadline is September 13th.
No. Yeah. Ignore the other part.
Okay.
You're going to present it today or tomorrow, depending how much time we have. And if not,
Mhm.
like, I mean, we're gonna finish it. But you can upload your presentation up until September 13th.
13.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess that anyone who comes is going to be joining us. I don't know who wants to start from the people that are here.
Me.
Okay. So let me stop sharing and then you can
Mm-hmm.
start. Okay.
Okay. Just let me find the presentation. Uh,
Yes.
okay. So wait.
Yeah. Don't worry.
Can you see it? Yes.
It's starting to share. Yes. Now I can
Yeah.
see it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so well, today we're talking about the type of classes in the classroom. First of all, we have the mixed ability class. Here we have that in the classroom we will have a different type of students. For example, that ones who are good in talking, the ones who are bad in like don't understand the class or that have problems to understand the topic of the class. And what we have to do is to make groups, okay, to, for example, in one group there will be the one who can help to the others to make them work, the ones who are not like that are lazy and don't want to do anything, so the word of the one of the leader will be like to say like, hey, let's do this, okay. The another one will be the one who are shy to talk or to ask questions. So there will be another student that say like, if you don't understand, ask me. And if you don't understand what I said, you can ask to the teacher. To make them the things like better and easy to understand to them. So we have to do that. Not all the students will be like perfect, but we have to create like environment that they feel secure, okay, feel secure with the teacher and feel secure with their classmates, okay. So here I have just like a little bit of introduction about the topic that says have a classroom with mixed ability students in class will help us to have a better control to the classroom, to the class and to the students, okay. In this case is that if we just have the whole class, okay, and just the students, there won't be the ones who are going to put attention and understand the topic. There won't be the ones who don't understand and won't do anything because they are not putting attention. The way of this is, as I told you, to create a group, okay, about 3, 4, or maximum 5 students, and create a good environment with them. So all of them can do like one shore of the classroom. Finally, we have the monolingual classes. Here in the monolingual classes is not as, yeah, could be what we are having, talking in Spanish and talking in English. But here, the point, yeah, or the ones who work with in a school and teach English will have like a problem. The students won't feel secure talking in English because of the pronunciation, because they are shy, because they are not feel that they are good talking in English. So the easy way for them will be talking Spanish. What we have to do as a teacher is to make them feel secure about it, to make the class in like the Spanglish, so they could be like understand like, okay, so the teacher means this in English. Okay, okay, I got it. Or make them like a groups, okay, like a pairs to wants to understand the class. But even though we are going to create at the first of the class, we have to make them secure and be sure us that they are going to practice, because if we have a pairs and they are like silent, oh hi, how are you, what's your name, my name is Aster, and yours, and they are practice because the teacher is like in front of them. But once that, I say like, okay, good, that the teacher checked them and the teacher go, they are with talking in Spanish. Like, yeah, ¿y cómo estuvo tu día? Y empiezan a hablar, okay, but not in English. So we make them feel like, hey, in this hour, in these 5-10 minutes, we're going to practice English, okay? The Spanish is not allowed, and make them like a little bit like a rules, to put rules in the classroom that say like, okay, so in this activity, we are going to talk in English, and the one who speak Spanish won't have like, I don't know, like a lollipop of or a prize to speak in the classroom in Spanish. So yeah, I guess this the monolingual classes will be like really helpful for the ones who want to like speak like another languages, because they won't be like secure either in Spanish or in English. And yeah, that is what the topic was about.
All right, very good. Very, I mean, it covered pretty much what you had to describe. Guys, I don't know if you have any questions for Aster or something that you want to add to what you mentioned, or something you found interesting, or that you didn't know.
No, I think it is very clear what she explained it to us.
Okay.
But concerning with the, I got a question for Aster. Concerning with the age of the students, do you recommend to mix them, taking into consideration the age? I mean, one boy could be 4 years old, and is it possible that that boy can be with another one with 6 years old, or all the same age?
Is I guess, and I have that in my groups, that you can have like a range of age, that you, for example, mix to 4, 5, 6, and that is a
Okay.
good range, because they will help each other, but no one put like one from 4 years to one of 14 or one of 9 years old, because
Hmm.
the age difference will be huge, and they will be like understand anything, because we'll be like, oh, okay, he's older than me. If I speak to them, will be like, no, 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 because they will have fear. So the recommendation
Okay.
is to have the classroom, for example, as I told you, 4, 5, and 6 years old, a minimum range to the classroom.
Okay. Very
Yes.
well.
Yeah. Ideally, is I mean, it really depends on also the school, because for example, in Relaciones Culturales, we don't let kids that are 4 years old. They need to be able to read and learn and read and write, because we have quizzes, and if they don't know how to read or they don't know how to write, they cannot be there, because the teacher cannot be like, ah yes, do this, do that. So we need to have
Okay.
here in Relaciones Culturales at least 5, 6 years old, so that they can actually do those, they can have those abilities more or less trained.
Okay.
Okay.
But when you mean to know how to write and read, you mean their mother language.
Yeah. Yes,
Okay.
because they are going to be learning English, and
Mm-hmm.
if they don't know how to speak, how to write, or how to read in Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in English, it's going to be difficult for us to teach them how to read or how to write. Okay. Very well. All right. Thank you, Esther. It was a really good and really complete presentation. I don't know who wants to be next. I mean, all of you guys have to participate, but all right. So Genesis. Okay.
I'm sorry, I was mute. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, my topic is best friends and relative strangers. And I don't know if have you ever heard, I mean, those who have working before as a teacher, I don't know, have you ever had those students that really don't want to work with other classmates and they like, Miss, can I work with Marisa because I work better with her? Or as a student, when we say like, oh, the teacher hates me, she always made me work with that girl or that boy that I don't like. So yeah, it's obviously that students prefer to work with their best friends or with their close friends. I mean, because they know how to organize their team, and if you put them with one that they don't like or mistreat, they will feel like less confident and probably they don't want to work. So as I said, I'm sorry. Ay, siempre me pasa en esta clase.
It's okay.
Okay, one. So students that are like best friend, they work better together, but why we shouldn't let them choose who they want to be working with? Because then we would say like, okay, will we do like teams of 4 members, and those who are shy or who are less popular usually get along or be excluded from those other groups. So that's why we have to create the groups or pair them. Sometimes it's okay to let them choose. Okay, so another thing says like when we get best friends or close friends working together all the time, they probably get bored because they already know all the life of his or her friend. So for example, here, I don't know, if you put an activity like um, personal information, for example, what is the name of my pet? And the other person like will say like, oh, I know it is Max. Or what is my favorite movie? And the other person will know all this like simple information because because they are close friends and they are always working together. And this is a way how we can avoid those experiences. We can encourage our students to be tolerant and is inclusive of everyone in the class, to cooperate with everyone and not to exclude people. So we have to always telling them like, you know what, you won't be working like the whole year with the best friend or with your close friends. You have to know how your other classmates work. And also, for you as a teacher, you can use different ways of pairing or grouping. Like, for example, mm, um, oh, you can put different movies on your screen, and they have to choose which is their favorite one. And according to this, they will be grouping in one team. Or also, what the teacher did last time, that she make us choose a color, and we didn't know that we have to work with Alejandro, with Aster. So that's kind of a random way to group our groups. And also organize the chairs in different positions. As I tell you, I had a teacher that she um trying to avoid the noise of some guys in the back. What she did was to ask us to sit according to the time we arrive at the class. So in that way, I mean, we always arrive at different hours. So we had the opportunity to be working with different people. And this is a phrase that I really liked. It was in the book, and it says, "A stranger is just a friend waiting to happen." So that's something that we can say to our students, like to motivate them to keep working with other classmates.
All right, very good. Very again. Also, I think it included all of the necessary information, especially because we always have students who arrive into a new group, or simply maybe they have been working for two levels, let's say, and they still don't get along. We have to have this in mind, that there are always going to be best friends or people who like each other and they like to work with each other, and then they are going to have this other group of people who are like, no, I don't want to work with them because he doesn't or she doesn't speak English well, he doesn't understand what I say. So those are the things that we need to think, because it doesn't only happen with teens or young adults, it happens with adults. Like the ones who want to learn, like now, they get desperate when they don't have like the person that they are used to with them. So those are the things that we have to have in mind. Is there anything that you would like to ask to Genesis about her presentation, or something you found interesting?
Miss,
I
yeah,
think,
I,
sorry,
Andrea,
no,
sorry.
no, go ahead. I just wanted to say that I like her presentation. It was so like colorful. That was
Uh-huh.
it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. See, I once happened the same. I want to add that what you say about that the people or the adults like to work big, yeah, in the same group or so. But it's more than that, for example, the grades that you want to have, and you already like recognize the people who work and doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, if, for example, if I am with a person who doesn't work, I am the one who is like thinking and thinking what you have to do, what you have to do, what you have to do, because I'm pretty sure like the person that I am the group with won't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I prefer to do like my part of my auto project by my own, without obviously without writing the name. But it's
Yes.
because I think because it's already know what you want, and obviously you don't want to risk your grade for someone who doesn't do the work.
Yeah. Yeah, it happens especially when, I guess that it's connected to what you also mentioned about the either monolingual classes or the mixed ability classes, especially mixed ability classes, because if you have young adults, let's say, and then you always have the young adults that were studying English when they were kids, they stopped and they want to continue as adults. And then these people, they speak a little English. Like they know how to speak, but they are not trained to do it. So they are taking classes. And then you have the students who are new. They are beginners, and they are like this. Like the ones that are, you know what, I know English, and then the ones that don't know English. So you pair them up, and it's like, teacher, no habla. How can I work with them? Like he doesn't or she doesn't speak. So you have to help them understand that they need to help the other people. That's like you mentioned, Esther, that we need to tell them at the beginning, you know what, you're going to be working like this. So those are the things that we also encounter as student as teachers, because normally we have mixed ability classes, that you have 3 or 4 students who are really good, and then you have the other 3 or 4 students who are just beginning. So you need to think, okay, how can I pull them into becoming the ones who really know how to speak. Okay, really good.
Oh, I got a question for Genesis. Well, it was really a very nice presentation, as Andrea told you. And I could see that with the link that you were using, that were you making use of Canvas?
Yes, this is
Okay,
an app.
an app, right? Yeah,
Yes, it's an
led you to use a lot of colors and so on, right?
yes, and I think that you can work better with this app, because in
Uh-huh.
PowerPoint sometimes you have like restrictions, like
Mm-hmm.
you cannot use this or you cannot pass this line, and
Okay.
for me it's harder to work with PowerPoint, so
Uh-huh.
that's why I recommended to use it, Canva.
But can you download it? It's free, or you have to pay something, or I don't know.
Well, it's an online page,
Okay.
and so just go to Google and put Canva there, and it will ask you to your email. So any
Okay.
changes that you do there, they will automatically
Mm-hmm. Okay.
be saved.
Okay. Very well.
Yes,
Okay.
it's something that you're
Thank you,
actually going to
Genesis.
use. We're gonna talk about Canva like next week, because you're probably gonna use that for your first partial activity. But we're gonna talk about that next week, so don't worry. Alrighty. So who wants to be next?
I want to be next, but I don't have my presentation.
Well,
I'm in my phone.
Okay.
So how do I present it?
Okay. Did you upload the? Yes. All right.
But I
me.
upload two accidentally.
Okay.
The one that says at the end correct, that's the one.
Okay. Very good. Give me 1 second. Maybe I can download it, and the second one, right?
That says at the end correct.
Okay. Give me 1 second so I can open it, and then after you finish, we go with you, Ulises. Okay. All right. It's downloading.
teacher,
Yes.
I do not have my presentation yet. Is it possible tomorrow?
Yeah, the ones who cannot present it today, we're gonna do it
Okay.
tomorrow, and then
Okay.
next week we're gonna start with the next topic.
Okay.
Hold on. Okay, I'm opening the presentation. Just give me a second because my computer is a little slow, especially when it rains.
Miss, and we have to update the presentation in the RCNet or no?
Yes, so if you have
Yes.
a presentation, yeah, I'll upload it there. Sorry, my computer is definitely a little slow, but it's already opening. So give me 1 second.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I don't know why it's not opening. I mean, I have it in the computer already, but it's not opening like the PowerPoint. It's okay now. I'm gonna share the screen. Give me 1 second. Right. Okay, I'm gonna share the screen. Just let me know if you can see the PowerPoint. Is it sharing or no?
No.
Not yet.
No.
Is it full screen? Is it like this better or no?
You say it has started screen sharing.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's good. It's good.
All right, very good. So you tell me when to change and that.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Okay, so I'm going to talk about the different ages and why does the age matter. The next one, please. So for young students, when you are working with children, maybe from 4 years to 9 years, it's a bit of a pickle because most of them are going to misbehave because maybe they don't know a lot of his classmates or her classmates, but basically with boys. So it is just when you're going to put them in as a team or work in or group work, you need to be supervising, basically. That's why I put the little boy that is misbehaving in the classroom. Okay, the next one. And when you are working maybe with adolescents or older people, could be like maybe from, I don't know, junior high on up to adults probably, they will have a lot of difficulties with self-confidence because they know that they are grown-ups. They know that they understand more, and maybe because they understand more, they don't understand the teacher or the language that they are learning. So they will have trouble. But I think that the only thing for them to say is that if you want whatever that you are learning or whatever that you want to improve, just remember the goal and why are you there in the class. So it's going to always be like trouble or difficulty to work with them, but it's better because they are grown-ups, they understand more, they will interpret more the whatever they are learning. But it's just to be maybe behind them, telling them just practice, keep going, don't let it down, and that's it. The next one, please. And here it's just that we need to make sure that the students are understanding the idea of the goal of the classes, because maybe if you're working with little children, and you are, I don't know, explaining something about math that is difficult for them, just try to be patient with them and look always for students that are that it's difficult for them to be in the class. Don't be too strict with them, because if you are too strict, I think that they will misbehave more. So just to have a balance, give the student that misbehave maybe more the opportunity to be like the leader, and if the student is the leader of the class, or give him or her important tasks that he feels like, oh, the teacher sees me, I'm something to the teacher, maybe he or she will behave better. And what it says in the book is that you have to be more help the students to be more autonomy, yeah, autonomy, have improve their
autonomous or independent.
okay, yeah, independent. I forgot the word. Yes, because they will need it. If you start make them independent since young, it will be better when they are in high school or in university, that basically they are going to work by themselves. So the next one, please. Basically it's the same here, just to increase their autonomy. Maybe put them within, and if you want them to be more independent, but it's a little bit difficult for you. You already try all of your experiences or your tips and tricks to make them be independent. Well, maybe it didn't work. If you put them maybe with children that already they are working with their independence, so just put them maybe together and they will see like, oh, I see how Juanito already ties his shoes. Oh, I need to see how he does it, and they will do it. We have to remember that all the children or maybe older students have their mind of their own, so you just need to be patient and be just behind them and guide them. And I think the last one is just the references. Oh no, one more. Yeah. And the last one, it's going to be really important as well, that you balance the independence of the children, but also you are going to work a lot with them as a group, as teams. So you have to, I guess you have to be in a balance that, okay, so sometimes the tasks are going to be alone, maybe in your house, maybe when you have to read by yourself or any other, but as well, maybe I will let you know that you need to work with your team, and maybe that team doesn't really connect. It's just you have to be careful with whom you going to put. Like Genesis said. Oh no, wait, who said that? No.
Yeah,
who said that?
both Genesis and Aster in a way as well. Yeah.
Yeah, in a way they already told us how to manipulate that. So you will know and you will notice with whom are you going to put.
All right, let's see, and the references. Okay, yeah. Very, very good. So it was, again, the information is very complete. And as you mentioned, and as I said also with Genesis, if you see, everything is connected, obviously, from the point to talking about the type of classes, if they are best friends, if they are definitely strangers, like how can I actually think about the age, which was what Alejandro was asking at the beginning. Like, does the age matter? Yes, it matters, because, I mean, especially if we have groups, because normally we have groups that include like 2 or 3 key students that are 16 years old, and then the others who are adults. I mean, normally adults don't want to work with teens because they think that they know more, or because they think that they are only going to be playing. So we need to think about in advance what we want them to do and who we want them to work, because sometimes they think that if they work with a younger person, it's not going to help. And sometimes actually it is the opposite. The teens can actually have pull more information from an adult than the other way around, because the teenagers, they don't have a filter in their mouth. They speak, even if they are things that have nothing to do with whatever you're talking about. They can pull more information from an adult than an adult. So those are very interesting things.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, that's what we're going to say. Maybe they already know that information, and he or she is going to explain it his way or her way to the adult, and the adult is going to comprehend more.
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes you have to take advantage of every class that you have. If you have mixed ability classes, if you have classes that have best friends or that they are only strangers, or if you have classes that are adults and young adults, you have to find a way to take an advantage from each one of them, because there's all, I mean, you work your magic as a teacher if you are able to identify that, because if you don't identify that, then it's not going to be exactly the best class for you as a teacher, but for them as students as well. Okay. All right. Really, really good information. Andrea, thank you very much. And Ulises.
You're welcome.
Okay. Alejandro, you want to say something?
Yeah, I got a question for Andrea. Andrea, taking into consideration your experience as a teacher, have you ever had more trouble dealing with children than with adults? I mean, what I want to tell you is having control of the classroom.
Well, having control.
To set the rules.
To say, well, maybe with children.
Okay.
Oh my God! Sometimes it's just you don't want to have that class, and you just want to trade it with your other coworker. Like, no, please keep just you keep the little ones. I want the teens, or I want this group or that group. But when you work with adults, but without the control of the classroom, it's like you are teaching children. It's just you explain it and you explain it, and they are so close in mind that they don't open. So it's like, I guess, like 50-50.
Yeah, you have finally you have to establish a kind of balance, but definitely it will be harder to be dealing with children. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there are teachers who don't like to teach children, like me. I don't like to. I get really desperate with kids. I like kids, but as like to teach them, I don't have the patience to do it. Like, I have done it. I have tried it, but it's not my cup of tea. Like, no. Those were the ones that the classes I had. Those were the last classes I would ever have for kids. Like, no, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So Ulises.
¿Sí la ven? ¿Sí?
Yes.
Yeah, we can watch it.
Okay. My subject is external factors. We are talking about noisy classes and timing. Okay. About noisy classes, when we have a group classroom with maybe 40 or 30 children, this classroom will be very noisy. And this this noise maybe can disturb the other classrooms around. And so for that we need to control this noise. Um, the way to encourage the students to talk softly is to make sure that they are sitting really close together facing each other. Like, um, I don't know if this works, but that's the thing that the reading is talking about sitting children in front. I don't know. I don't understand this. How can we help us?
What part? Sorry.
Uh, about sitting close
All right,
to the
sitting close
children.
together and facing each other. So this is just
Yeah.
a part for them to. It's a classroom management technique, let's say, or strategy for them not to start screaming. Because if I have a student here and then the pair or the other part of the group is like not in front, like in front of them, not facing each other, they are going to be screaming because then the other students are going to be like that. So what you want them to do is work them to get like close together so that they can be speaking together without having to scream.
Okay. Well, the the reading say about that is really great to have uh, the kids talking in English. That for us is like yeah, like we hope that they talk English. So if they are talking and talking and talking, um, it's great to listen this, but the noisy is can be like yeah, like comfortable and can disturb the other classmates and the other classmates. Okay, says the people feeling uncomfortable if their interlocutor starts talking loudly, and the reaction is to move away or ask them to talk more quickly. No, quietly. That when when the teacher is yelling to shut up the students, and that's what I understand. That we as a teacher we need to talk like more loudly for stop the story.
Yes. Well, in here it actually talks about if you're working with a person, let's say a kid or another person, a teenager, an adult, and this person starts talking really, really loud, almost screaming, let's say, the
Mhm.
other person feels uncomfortable because one, the reaction that we normally have if a person speaks loudly is they are angry, they don't like me, or they are just something is going on. So it makes you feel uncomfortable, and you decide to, you know what, I don't want to work with you, stay there or whatever, and I move. So in here, it means that if the person it's actually talking really, really loud, my reaction is going to be, I don't want to work with you. So I'm just gonna go and talk to someone who speaks like quietly or not quietly, but normal. Or I tell you, you know what? Uh, can you not scream because you're talking really loud,
Yeah.
which is what says in here.
Okay. Okay. And about timing, is something that we are talking in the last class when we have like an activity that the children are enjoying and the time is over. So how long will an activity take? Some groups will finish quickly, while others will take a longer and feel frustrated if they are interrupted before they have a finish. So it's like we were talking in the last class, and I think that we need to take the time for each activity, like home or how many time will take an activity and to have the correct time for each activity, and maybe to um, know how the children are like. Some kids finish quickly and others take more time, and so how to management the time, uh, taking for how can I say, like for activities like the time the activity takes. Okay. If the time is open, most students will try to finish quickly. Um, so if we say you have 3 minutes for this activity, um, the kids will try to do most quickly and maybe don't understand the activity. They just want to finish. So it's for that the time is important. Time limit encourage students to take their time, and in doing so have a simulating exchange of views as they explore a topic in deep and share ideas. Um, mm, we must be flexible with the time. We can use a cell phone or watch or a timer for keep the time. Um, Having a longer time gives the students a few moments to reflect in silence and prepare themselves before they begin their conversation. And for this is the importance of the timing in your class. And that's all for me.
All right, very good. So yes, in this case, as you say, especially in timing, uh, I think that it is important to. I consider that it's important for teachers to set a time for each one of their activities, even if it's independent study, like independent time, as Andrea was mentioning. You know what? If it's individual, you have 3 4 minutes and that's it. If it's in group or if it's in pairs, you have, you know what, whatever amount of time to accomplish this. Because if you don't have a time for every activity, you are never going to have a class where you actually complete the activities. Because I mean, they are going to go and go and go and go, and it's never going to end. So as you mentioned, and it is something that I actually do, especially when we are in the classroom. I like to either use like my cell phone to keep track of time, or actually a stopwatch. And you start thinking about, if you put it in the Google website, there are like online watches or stopwatches or something like that, and they can see, you know what, we have three minutes, we have 2 minutes, we have 1 minute, so, and they start working, but they need to know that they have a certain amount of time to actually finish and accomplish the activity.
The reading says that some teachers use like kitchen timer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because especially because the thing is that sometimes we need to know, or we need to realize that we have to train the students for them to do what you want them to do in class, so they can achieve the goal or the objective. So every class, we have, as teachers, we have to follow a pattern using a kitchen, what did you say, time kitchen
Timer. Yeah.
timer, a timer, a stopwatch, my cell phone. Or you know what, if you see that they are independent, then you know what, there is one person in your group who's going to use your cell phone to keep track of time. And those things are things that they get trained for in a class from us, because at some point you're going to let them work together, work independent, be autonomous, as Andrea was mentioning, and they are going to achieve easily what you want them to do. But it's because we are training them in a way from the very beginning for them to follow what we want them to do. And in the end, you, or maybe in the middle of the course, you see that the students are like, they are aware of what they have to do if you do something that is constant. So those are the things that we need to keep in mind, and we're going to talk about this during the whole semester, so there are still a lot of things that we need to cover. Okay, all right, so I guess that for now that's it. I'm gonna stop it here. Alejandro, tomorrow you can give us your presentation, Hassan as well, and Carol, you don't have a topic, so
No.
these are the topics that are available. Let me show you.
Okay.
We have.
Teacher, sorry to interrupt you, but the rest, can we go because we have another class?
Yes, you can go ahead. I already told your teacher, so don't worry.
Ah, okay, thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
So, Carol, in this case, you have either classroom interaction, teacher talk and student talk, and increasing student interaction, fixed, semi-fixed. Well, all of these 1, 2, 3, 4. So I don't know which one you want to choose. The ones that don't have...
I like the second.
This one, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. So for tomorrow, if possible, because I mean tomorrow will be the last day that we're gonna do this.
Okay.
Similar to what your classmates did, just a small presentation with this information. This information is in the platform. So
Okay.
if you go to the PDF files that I have open there,
Okay.
you're going to find that information, okay?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Alrighty. So for now, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you next. I see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Miss. Have a good day.
You too.
See
Have
you
a
tomorrow.
wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.